Hi everybody, we're here to talk about the King of Fighters All-Star. And I know a lot of people want to call it All-Stars, but it's actually All-Star. Now what is All-Star? It's a scrolling beat 'em up with deep role-playing game elements. You choose your favorite fighter and then you can walk around and beat people up to save the world or whatever. Well, a bit more about that later, but you can level them up. And what makes this very, very interesting is that fact that it's not just a fighting game, but it's a fighting game where you can increase the powers of your character while you progress through a very deep story mode. At the moment, there doesn't seem to be any end in sight. And this is very, very different to the current kind of console story modes or arcade modes that we have at the moment. This has a lot of one player content, and not just that, but it has 2-player modes, it has online, and it has just so many things going on. I really do think it is an absolute threat to console games. So we're going to talk about more about what you can do in the game, talk about the graphics, the sounds, the content, the variety, and of course the costs, and perhaps even finish with a couple of things about the loot box mode, and the best characters. So to start off in this game, there is so much to do. If you have the time, it will take it from you. There are, first of all, you can level yourself up, then it will stop you and it will say, okay, you need to do something else to unlock this level cap, which means you have to do a different quest. Because you then need to evolve your character, and you have to get special items to do that. Those special items are only available from a certain mode and a certain difficulty. And then you can level up your character with a card. The card itself can be leveled up, which can only be done from a certain quest. And then you need soul gems to limit break your character to go above that level, which then you have to go from a different quest. And you're just like, wow. And then you've got the daily quests to give yourself points and items and rubies and whatnot. And you just at the beginning of this, you're just very overwhelmed. But the fact is, you're so overwhelmed, you're definitely not bored. You're just like, wow, there's so much to do, so much content. I cannot be bored. In fact, I'm slightly preoccupied, maybe obsessed, and maybe a little addicted. And that's one of the reasons why I think this game is an absolute threat to other games. And it's people who have played other mobile games absolutely know what I'm talking about. They know about all the ways that this game keeps you playing. And this is the thing I really have been talking to other people and explaining to, well, not explaining, but just basically praising the way that this game works. And it's nothing really original. A lot of other games have done it, and I really expect other games such as the main King of Fighters series, they really need to do this in order to become a really competitive game today, because there's so much to do and there's constantly something to do. That's what you need from a game. You need to be seeing progress in your character. You need to be seeing things happening, leveling up, different moves, powering up your moves, getting more characters, doing the same for them, getting more story content. It's just fantastic. It's fantastic, and that's the future of video games. And I'm sure SNK wants to do this with King of Fighters. They're just working on it right now. And perhaps, let's just say, perhaps they want to do it, but with the current resources they have, they're making the fighting games they want first. But we'll talk about that in another video. Now, the graphics are pretty amazing at first glance, and a lot of people saying I wish they had this on console, but really they look so good because they're in a small resolution. They're not that good when you blow them up on a big TV. Just know, right? The sounds are all taken from the King of Fighters games, which of course brings a lot of nostalgia, but at the same time some of the tracks have been redone, and you'll notice that with King of Fighters 98 as well. It's redone with new instruments and stuff. Some of the voice actors are back. You may notice Take, oh god, I forgot his name, the guy who does Dio and Shingo. He's back and he's redone Shingo's voice. Pretty amazing stuff. Pretty much shows a lot of the things. A lot of the things that you see in this game prove that the developers know this game. They know it so well. It's such a love letter to the King of Fighters series. Everything is in here, and even the original story mode. You can see that it's a fan fiction based on the characters while not ruining them in any way. It plays on all of the things that we know about the characters and develops their own with some original characters. It develops their own storyline and does it without annoying anyone. It's incredible. It's just everything a fan could want, unless you don't like other fans writing new storylines. But it's got everything, and how much does it cost? It's free. So what's the catch? Yes, well, of course, it's totally free to play. There is a limit on what you can do, and if you want to bypass that limit, which the average person will not, because I mean, seriously, you don't have that much time. But if you really want to play that game like crazy, you're going to have to spend some money. And frankly, the amount of content that's in this game, I think, is absolutely worth it. It's perfectly done. I don't see anyone complaining. And if you look at the reviews on Google and whatever iOS, it is a free-to-play game. Everything is free, and only the really, really crazy people who want to really buff their characters and not wait for the next day. That's it. You can just spend your money. But of course, when it comes to characters and special add-ons and special buff items, there is the loot box system, and there are special packs, and I've bought one as well. It was like 20 quid or 22 euros. It was like, okay, you can get Gaunitz, who is a kind of god tier character. It's 0.3% chance to get him, and it's like, well, this is a Gaunitz pack, but it doesn't guarantee that you'll get him. Oh, okay, thanks. I've just thrown away 20 quid. But that's the whole point of loot boxes. If you're lucky, of course, if you're really lucky, you can get him, and all the other crazy characters and stuff like that. But that's how they're going to make their money, and frankly, that doesn't bother me at all, because for what they've given you, what is free to play, you are going to have so much fun as a KOF fan. Is so much to do. You just can't complain. Really, you cannot. So to finish off, there's a couple of questions a lot of people are asking, and the number one thing is, of course, the loot boxes. Yes, they do exist. You don't have to use them. You get a free attempt every day, pretty much, and can you play with a stick? Don't know about that, but you can play with a PlayStation pad. You just need the adapter or whatever. It will accept that. And perhaps, I don't know, maybe you can play with a stick. But it is open to whatever config you can put. The best characters, I will talk about that in another video. But the ones that they're offering in the special loot box editions, yes, they are the best characters. Anything that's gold, anything that's 5-star is definitely good. Anything that you see that starts with an opening line, definitely good. But the characters that they are trying to get you to buy for the festivals, they're super good. Anything that's ultra rare is super good, so definitely hang on to those. You have an infinite reroll if you start the game now. Unfortunately, the infinite reroll will not get you the gold tier characters, so yeah, you need to be super lucky to get those. all in all, this game is fantastic. It has good graphics, wonderful sounds, amazing variety, tons of content with more to come later on. And frankly, yes, because of this game, I've stopped playing Samurai Showdown, I've stopped playing console KOF, I haven't stopped playing Monster Hunter, but it's under threat. This game is so addictive. I can easily see why lots of people are probably trying to stay away from these games, because wow, there is so much to do. You're going to be absolutely busy with this, and you could it's even got an automatic mode. You can just leave your phone plugged in and have it run. As long as your character is strong enough, it's going to beat the crap out of people automatically. And it's just like, wow, I'm leveling up without doing anything. You can stand on the train or on the bus and just watch your character destroy the opponent, and everything is great. Everything is great. It's everything you want in a game. And seriously, if you can't follow this model, I don't know how you can survive in this market, because wow, it's just amazing. Absolutely love this game, absolutely recommend it, and I absolutely have already thrown in I've bought packs. I'm just supporting Netmarble and SNK for this amazing effort. It's just great. So that's it from me. I think you understand that I definitely recommend the game, so I definitely advise you go down to Android or the Apple Store and get it and start playing immediately. Join us online. Maybe you can add me as a friend, but I think my friends list is already full. We have a guild. It's just everything you want in a game. The online netcode, well, yeah. Oh, one thing I have to say, don't try to do any of the important quests while you're on a train underground, because it really relies on an internet connection. It's always connecting to the internet to update and check your quest is fulfilled and make sure that you're not abusing anything or whatever. So yeah, don't do those crazy quests unless you're safely connected outside in the sunlight with a good connection. Otherwise it might crash. Okay, that's the only negative thing I have to say. I don't like the constant need to be connected to the internet, but hey, that's the gaming today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the footage. This is Gunny. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for your subscriptions, thanks for your membership, thanks for everything, and I'll see you guys on the next one.